want the vertical line to be at 50. So that just to see what's happening. Okay, so this is the vertical line. Okay, so you know, the number you put there just specifies where the vertical line is. Okay, so this vertical 100. So apply, and that's that. So let's say Python console again. Okay, this is fine. So I think this also is fine. I'll just take you to graphics. Graphics is actually, and for graphics, let's say graphics backend. Okay, so this is, you know, this is where you specify how the graphics is displayed. Okay, so if you say inline, then all your graphics will be displayed like in the console. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, if we want that to happen, we should restart the kernel. Okay, so you start the kernel just to apply those changes you made there. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, let's see, say we want to run a code. Okay, good. Okay, so this is there. Okay, now let's run this and see what happens. Okay, so you see, so you know, this should plot something. Okay, figures now render in the plot pane. So we go to plots, you see the plots here. It's, you know, this is the inline plots. Okay, so now let's say we want to change this. Okay, we want to definitely change this one. Okay, we don't want the plots to appear inline. Okay, graphics again. Okay, so now instead of inline, we want automatic. Okay, we apply here again. Okay, now you can rerun this and see what happens. Okay, but you see that you know, by right we should see the plots elsewhere. Okay, but it didn't happen. Okay, so what you need to do is you restart the kernel, because you've made a change, you know, that affects the console, so you need to reset it. Okay, now let's run it again. Oh yeah, because I have reset I need to run everything fresh again. Yeah, good. Okay, now let me run this. Yeah, good. So you see, now the figure is no longer in the plot pane. Okay, it's no longer in the plot pane. Okay, because this was the old figure, so it's now separate here, and it's bigger. You can actually play with it. You can save it. Okay, so let's say we want to save this figure on my desktop, so you could save it, and you could choose a type. You can either save it as a PNG, so like an image, or you can save it as a portable document format, PDF. Okay, so save it. Perfect. So see, your image is here. So start up. This is just saying, you know, the code that is executed when the console starts up. Here, you know, I just put here print yay. So whenever you start, okay, so let's even change this to say print. Let's say print we own club. Okay, we own club. So now if we start a new console, let's say here, start a new console and see what happens. Okay, so let's say okay, let's reset this. So you see, so straight away you see the code. We had already put a code that displays, that prints Brilliant Club to the console. So you could put more complex codes there, that should display. Okay. But this is really useful maybe if you want to initialize something, or you want to add something to the Python path, things like that. So other than that, you really don't need to put anything there. So in fact, I'm gonna delete this, so I don't care. So advanced settings, again, in fact, I have never played with this, so I would really suggest, advise you don't go there, you don't play with those. So history, again, so this is just if showing how many entries should be kept. So if you say 10, so the history would only contain the last 10 commands or things like that. Okay, so again, do need help. Again, don't worry about this. Automatic connection, this page can show an object's help information after it. So below you can decide to which plugin you want to connect it to turn on this feature. Again, I don't really play with this here. So variable explorer, this is just the pane that displays the list of variables in the workspace. Again, you don't need to touch this is fine. Files, again, you don't need to you don't need anything here other than the ones I have already shown you. Okay, so I think that's all for settings. Okay, let's explore other parts. Okay, so if you look at the bottom of the screen here, you could see here, we have LSP Python ready. This means everything is ready for you to run. But most importantly, you see Conda, then you see a name here. Okay, so this means this is the environment, this is the currently active environment, and you see the version of Python it's running. Okay, you don't care about this because this is because I am using a repository, GitHub. So this means this is the master. I am working on the master. Okay, but most importantly, you want to know what this means. So line code. Okay, so line column. Okay, so this is just telling you the coordinates of the cursor. Okay, so for example, so if I put the cursor here, you see that this has changed. So you see line is 157, column is 1, so means I am on line 157 now and in column 1. So if I move this one step, you see that it changes 157 column 2 because I'm on the same line. So if I move down here, see 158. Okay, so this is how you know where you are currently. Okay, let's explore this. Okay, so this is the Python console already. Files, these are just the files in the current working directory. So if you change this working directory to this, you see this, everything you see here are the files in this directory. Projects, this is assuming you have a current project open. So this lists all the files in that project folder. Help, this is where you get help. So if you want say tutorials now, okay, Python tutorial, anything, so you just click and it will give you, it will open this tutorial for you. Then you can learn a lot. First steps with Spyder. So like this is like a complete Spyder tutorial for you. Okay, Laura, this is where all the variables in the workspace are listed. So okay, I think maybe there are some variables here. So now if we go to the variable explorer, you see these are all the variables in the current workspace. Okay, the variable name, the type, size, and like size in terms of okay, how do I put this, like how many elements, okay, is it? So like this means one element, okay, this means 5, there are 5 elements. This is a 45 by 8, okay, it's maybe a table or a matrix, something just like that. This is 1000, so, and so on and so forth. Okay, plots, this is assuming you selected inline plots, then those plots will definitely appear here. History, this is the history. Profiler, okay, still, if you're a beginner, you don't need this. So this is if you have if you want to find like the bottlenecks in your code, or in terms of computational speed or something, that will probably be here. Okay, but you can actually control what appears here. Okay, so if you want to control what appears here, you go to view. Okay, so now if you take paint, okay, straight away you see this drop down menu. You can, this is actually what tells you what you want to appear. So if all the items with ticks, are the things that appear here. So if you don't want the editor to appear, so you see, so now there's no editor. Okay, so if you want it, just okay. If you don't want the console, so you see, so there's no console here any longer. Okay, so you can actually play with what appears there. So yeah, we need the console. So let's say we don't want the help, I'm assuming. Let's say we don't want the plots, then all of them disappear. Okay, so let's say we want to, okay, here I think layout, this is very important. Okay, the layout is what is is just what controls the appearance of your ID. Okay, so the Spyder default layout, you see, then this will change. So this is the default layout. Okay, so if you want to change, you can actually go through, okay, RStudio, okay, then you have a different layout. Okay, but if because I have been working in MATLAB, with MATLAB before, so that's why I just chose a MATLAB layout. So you see, this is what the MATLAB layout would look like. See, so you have, but still, what appears here depends on your selection here. Okay, so the files are here now. This is just the various sections of your code, you see, and these are the variables, so you have your plots here, and you have the history here. So it's up to you. So if you want, you can actually, so let's go back to, okay, this is it's vertical split. So you see, this is what you see. So everything is up to you. Okay. So now I think horizontal split is what I've been using. Okay, so this is what I like. Okay, so let's see, let's explore these here. Okay, this is the run one. So in fact, when you hover the mouse, you see exactly what it means. This is run current cell. So this is if when you click this, so it just runs a current cell, like this cell here, but you don't need to run it from there. You can just right click then what's run cell, it will run this for you. This is run current cell and go to the next one. So you run this, and the next cell becomes the active cell. Run selection or current line. So let's assume you select this one, and you want to run. But again, you don't need to do that from there. You can do it from here. Just click this and you can do it from here. Okay, so this is run again last file. So again, like let's say the last file you run was this, so you can just, but then here these are really necessary for debugging. So when but we'll get to that after you've started writing your first real code. So for now, just ignore this. You already know what this is for. This is just if you want a full full screen or not. You know what this is for. This is Python path. Again, you know what Python path is. So if you want to add a directory to the to the Python path, you just come here, add path, then you select the directory. Okay, I think then you can explore here. You definitely can explore. Copy. I'm sure you know all of these comments. Okay, so if you want to comment, let's say I type something. Let's say my name is Hindulo. Okay, so let's say I want to comment this out. Okay, because in its current form, it's code. Okay, even though it's wrong code. Okay, and you can tell from this, when you make any mistake, like a syntax error or something, you see this red dot with an X. Okay, that tells you that something is wrong. Okay, so if I want to comment this, just that, then I click comment, so straight away this becomes a comment. Okay, or see, you can just select and right click. Okay, so if I want to uncomment, I just this same one, so it toggles sort of. Okay, that is good. So if I want to add a block comments, so just click this and you'll see this. So then you can write your comments in this block. See, I don't know, Python. Perfect. Okay, so that is that. So just explore. Okay, remove block comments. So you press this indent. That is, so let's say like this. Okay, I want to indent. I want it to move one step inside. So I just press this, then it goes. Okay, if I want it to return on indent, touch this and it returns. Okay, so let's say I want to toggle uppercase and lowercase. You know what that means. So let's say I choose this. I want it to go to uppercase. So you see, now it's capital M. If I go back, lowercase, it's small n. Perfect. And okay, let's see what this is going to do for us. Okay, so let's say start dictation. This is really cool, if you want to dictate. So you see, now it writes down exactly what I say. You can see it writing it down, and that's amazing. Right, good. Okay, so so you see, that's really awesome. Okay, so what else? So that's fine. So if you want emojis, you could actually put emojis. I know most people like emojis. So now we go to search. This is just, if you want to search something. So let's say you want to find text. So you see, so if I want to find okay, so you look at the bottom of your screen. So let's say I want to find the word output. So straight away you see that it will highlight the first occurrence of output is here, and you can see on the right hand side here you see that 1 of 14, so which means there are 14 occurrences of output, but that's the first one. So you use these arrows to scroll through them. So down it goes to the next one, down goes to the next one, down it goes to the next one, go up there, this one goes back in time. And so if you're looking for like a regular expression, this is if you want it to be case sensitive. Okay, so for example, like if you say output in a capital O and you choose this, so then it means if it sees one that starts with a small letter, it doesn't, exactly what. Okay, then whole words. So you see, so whole words. So initially when whole words was not active, you see that we have 14. Okay, because it would count output 2 as well. But with whole word active, now we have 13 because output 2 is no longer counted. Okay, so let's start. So there are a couple of search options. So you can say replace text, so in case I want to replace output 2 with something, so you just so you put the word that you want to find here and you put its replacement. Simple. Okay, that's a start. So let's close this. So let's say source. Okay, again, just find time to explore here. So this is just showing. So for example, if you want to show all the blank spaces in this file, okay, so you see all the blank spaces have been placed with dots, so like trailing white spaces, leading white spaces. So here, see here, dots. So if you don't want that, just and they disappear. Okay, if you want to scroll past the end, what this means is that, okay, now see, okay, now if you go, you see this is the last line of code. Okay, you can actually not go beyond this. If you try to scroll, nothing, unless you insert a line here. See, you need to insert a line. Okay, so and sometimes you want this line to be at in the middle of the screen, not far down there. So in that case you just say scroll past. Okay, so now you see you can actually scroll without inserting. So this can be at the top there, and it's easier. So again, just explore, just explore here. And okay, now I want to click this show code style warnings. Okay, so for example, now if you select that, you see here are several warnings. Okay, so if you see this is just a warning, meaning the code can still run, but in terms of style you're not quite on point with style. Okay, if it's red, then definitely there's an error there and the code cannot run. So this is really cool. Okay, so for example, and if you hover the mouse here, it tells you why. So you can see here it says code analysis is missing white space around operator. So you can see that this is there should be white space around these operators here. Now you see it's gone. So if we do the same thing here as well, so you see, so not that this code is, was wrong originally, but in terms of style it was just not the perfect. I don't want that because sometimes it makes the code too slow. I don't want style running. So just explore and see what happens. So again, run. So these are things we have been through. Run. So if you say run, it will just run the entire file. Run cell, it will run only the active cell. Okay, run cell and advanced, run, and goes to the next one. Debug, no, don't play with this for now. This is what debug just means, finding issues in code. Okay, so we will get to this later. Console, again, new console default, new special console connector. This is kind of, we have been through these projects. Again, okay, new project. So this is where you start a new project, assuming you're working on a new project. Okay, and so you can write the project name here and the location. So this is just the directory for the projects you're working on. Tools, no views. We've been through this. Help, this is where you get all the help you need. So if you want the Spyder documentation, you just click Spyder tutorial, interactive tools. So this can actually teach you. So you take an interactive tour and you see what happens. So welcome to Spyder, and you can just learn. It takes you through. You see, now it's telling you what this means. So this is like teach yourself. So you see, it tells you what this means. So next, you see, takes you. Okay, so it's actually telling you what's happening here. Okay, then see, it tells you what this is for. So this is really cool. Okay, so in your alone time, you could take a tour. You don't need internet access for this. This is already embedded in the IDE. Okay, but it's very informative. This just to get you started, like the key things, the major things. Okay, so good. Okay, I'm done with this now. So I think with this I'm sure you can get started with Spyder. With this you can write your first couple of codes. Okay, thanks for listening.